Like and subscribe. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the new episode of the Footy Fetish. This is episode
13.
13, Mark. Thank you. I was waiting for you to give me the episode number. I'm just relying on you for that now.
That's right.
With your one trip. Well, with me, Alfie Vincent, Mark Chapman over there.
Hello.
And then below, for me below, is a reoccurring guest, friend of the show, Oliver Greaves. How you doing?
Yo, I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good. As you can see, Harry isn't here today. He's got better things to do, I think, than be on the pod with us guys. No, I'm only joking. He's just not available today. But so yeah, for today's episode, we're going to be doing the top 10 Premier League defenders of all time. We did our top 10 goalkeepers a couple episodes ago now. It's been like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So we did that, but this is going to be centre backs and wing backs as well. We were going to do it separately, but we thought, you know what, we'll just mash it all together. Probably some controversial ones in there, I'd imagine, or maybe not in there, but where they are placed, I reckon could be some controversial ones. But
sort of, probably.
Yeah, I think so. But before that, obviously, we're just going to run through some of the results over the weekend or the week in the weekend. It's been like a double game week, isn't it? So it's been a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
The last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been a bit. It was one of those ones where I was like, "There's a lot of football. What's going on?" Then realised it was a double game week a little bit too late. I was like,
Yeah,
shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, my fantasy league is blessed right now, though. I can't lie.
You've been great, haven't you?
I think I'm on 90. I think I'm on 93 at the moment. I think.
Oh, no idea what I'm on at the moment, but it's not too bad.
I'm very close to. I've just taken over Ben, and now I'm very close to Harry. So hopefully I can, if keep it up and overtake Harry, get into third.
I'm just getting absolutely shafted by players that should be starting. Like John Stones last night didn't play.
Yeah,
really?
I had John Stones. I've been having Foden. I need to get Foden out of the team, man.
Gabriel didn't play the other day. Literally last weekend against Leicester.
Yeah.
So many players are just randomly not playing. I'm like, you're supposed to be starting. Like Ben Chilwell as well. He didn't play a couple of times. I'm like, why are you still in my team? If you're not starting?
Tuchel's not been fancying him as much recently.
No.
Marcus Alonso, which is we can get onto that. But we'll start with the champions basically. They won last night 4-1 against Wolves in absolute domination. Like it was just crazy. Wolves did look like they were going to get back into it at one point with their equaliser, but then it got to 2 and I was like, okay, they're done. They've won this now. So I turned it off, but yeah, they got 2 more. And then they beat West Ham previously, the game before that 2-1, which was, I don't think we've spoken about that either. But yeah, what a result. City, they're the champions, I think, aren't they, boys?
Yeah,
basically.
It's hard for me to, every week they win and every week it gets harder for me to shit on them.
Yeah.
They got 15 points ahead of second place.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Second place do have a game in hand, but still.
It's crazy.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do?
21 game win streak.
Yeah. Pretty sure they just started winning as soon as I was like, yeah, they'll be shit this year, mate. They just started winning back-to-back games. So
Yeah. Well, you lose
some, you lose some, don't you?
That 7th is now looking like a bit of a crazy one.
It
Just
like
right now, only now, obviously.
Well, it's definitely looking like it's going to be a Liverpudlian team. Both on the same amount of points at the moment. You're just ahead of them on goal difference.
So we might as well get into that now while we're here, because you obviously guys just got the 2-0 win of Sheffield United, as you should. Not a result to be happy with. I guess a win's a win. You're happy with a win.
You've got to be happy with 3 points.
But expected. You expect 3 points there.
That's it.
So you take some sort of thankfulness that you get the 3 points there, but at the same time, it humbles you because you're like, well, those 3 points should come anyway. Like,
exactly.
They're not a great team, but it's positive. It's a positive because now that loss streak has been broken, that will hopefully fold over to a more important game, or probably a very important game against Chelsea. Because if we beat Chelsea, we actually then go up to 6th and are one step closer to.
You already are 6th.
5th. So I know we go above Chelsea.
Yeah, you're knocking on the door of that top 4.
We need that top 4. We need Champions League spots again, just for the future of the club and the money deals, man. The money behind that for us is huge.
Yeah, I think you will get top 4. I'm looking at it now, and I know West Ham have been great, as much as it pains me to say that they've been fantastic, I can't see them hanging on to fourth. No, I can't see it. Not for the end of the season. There's still 12 games left. Like, I don't know.
I'd be really surprised if they hold Europa spots.
Oh, they won't. I don't think they will. No. I think they'll drop to 6th, and it'll be like Chelsea will go 4th, you'll go 5th, and then it'll be the battle between Chelsea and Liverpool. I think Leicester will continue and will stick with it.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be between Chelsea and Liverpool. I know we're sort of discounting Everton, but yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
really
more on the Liverpool game.
Yeah.
It was Curtis Jones had a great game, man of the match.
Good. Sat on my bench on my fantasy team. Good.
Yeah, got a goal.
Yeah.
No, he had a great game. He was worried because I remember I was watching, obviously being a Liverpool fan, watched all the post-match interviews and all that nonsense. He was worried that he'd be remembered as the kid who just put a goal behind Everton. And that's all he's been known for. So it's nice to see him.
To be fair, I forgot he did that. No offense.
Well,
it was a banger goal, though, to be fair.
It was a banger. He slapped it, and he slapped this one as well. But
yeah,
it was a placed shot, but it was a great goal. It's a little bit. I mean, I've taken positive out of that game because we won, and there were moments. But the first half was tough to watch. Although we were all over them, it still felt flat up front.
Yeah,
like, it still felt like passes were being made, like from the final three, they just weren't molded together.
Yeah,
it seems to be the mids are now just feeding whoever's there, and someone just gets on the end of it, whether it's a deflection and going in or it's just like a lucky angle. I don't know. Usually, I'm not seeing that sort of really like interlock play where it's like the quick 1-2 bang top corner, which like we would do week in week out, not a problem. But now it's like I don't know what's going on up front, but something needs to change because it's just like you're getting goals from Curtis Jones, and then
I was about to say
Firmino's goal was good, but it was a big old deflection. It was a little knock. So
definitely.
Am I happy about it? Yes, we won, but not
in the manner.
Not in the way we can beat Chelsea.
Yeah.
We didn't win in the way that we would do to Chelsea.
Yeah. So. No, I get you. But so, like, going back to your point about the front three, do you think it's now this summer is time for a change, a big change up top for you guys?
Yeah, it's hard to say because in the past it has worked well, but it doesn't mean it will stay like that going forward. I mean, Jota,
I think head to turn,
a big role to play.
Yeah,
but I think it has to be Mbappe. Do you not think?
Yeah, if you put the money together to do it.
Move Salah on.
I think you might go Real Madrid.
Yeah, I don't think his next move will be to the Prem. I'd love it to be.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I don't think that's the sort of.
I think it'll be at Madrid,
sort of natural progression for him. I think obviously going from, as we call it, the Farmers League to the ultimate Premier League.
Yeah,
I think there needs to be that middle ground. I think so. Maybe La Liga, then to Prem would be better.
Sense, but players have made crazier moves.
Oh, I don't think he needs the middle ground because you see things like, I mean, Ronaldo came into United from Sporting Lisbon, and I know he wasn't Ronaldo.
True, yeah.
But he still took to the Premier League quite well. I don't know if Mbappe...
That was the beginning of Ronaldo.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if Mbappe would need the in-between, like the next step up between. Yeah, exactly. I don't think you'll need that, but I don't think he'll come to the Prem. I just... Real Madrid, man, they need a new face of the franchise now that Ronaldo's gone, and who would be better than Mbappe? And the amount he's stated that he would love to play for Madrid. Yeah. So I think he could end up there and just staying there his entire career.
I mean, he has shown interest in Liverpool in the past. So the way I do see it is, I agree, Real Madrid are a big option, but I think Liverpool are up there still. We can afford him. If we sell Salah, the money's there. Easily.
Well, don't forget he's got strong links with Arsenal after nearly signing for Arsenal through Arsene Wenger.
Yeah. I mean, you're definitely top of the list. You're definitely top of the list.
Oh, 100%.
Definitely.
Yeah. Who else?
I think you got a better chance of getting Mbappe than Haaland, if that helps.
Oh, what? Arsenal?
No, Liverpool.
Oh, right. I was going to say.
I wouldn't complain.
I think Haaland's got stronger links to United.
I think he's got City written all over him.
Well, that's the thing. He used to be
Perfect.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used to manage him.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's got strong links already, and well, I know he's a Leeds fan, isn't he?
Yeah, so maybe not, because Leeds and United, there's a rivalry there. He's born in Leeds.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Mad, which is weird.
Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, his dad was playing for Leeds at the time.
Yeah.
Famously, Roy Keane ended his dad's career with a really horror tackle. It was crazy. Yeah. But yeah, we're getting into we're definitely going off topic right now.
Yeah.
But I like it. We'll definitely be doing a summer transfer wish list sort of thing towards the end of the season. I think.
So biased. It'd be so biased.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna be dream teams all over. So Liverpool, so Salah, get.
I'll try and keep it realistic. Palace.
Ronaldo comes over, then Messi follows him.
I can show you what Palace's one will be really quickly. Hold on.
Oh God. What are you gonna write down then?
Benteke out. Anyone in?
That's it.
Anyone, yeah.
Just anyone.
Nice.
Just anyone.
Anyone. Yeah, no.
Shall we do
so,
it?
yeah,
Shall we
I just chatting shit. Moving on. Yeah, we got what else has been happening? Ollie, your Arsenal team, they're bouncing back at the moment, mate. 3-1 win against Liverpool.
I don't know whether
you had a
hat
hat-trick, a Aubameyang hat-trick the other in the midweek as well, I think. Europa League, right? Or was that? No, was that Premier League?
No, that was Premier League. We discussed
the week
that in
before,
the last podcast.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, you must be feeling pretty good, man.
Yeah, well, as soon as I got a notification on my phone saying kickoff, and 5 minutes later, Tielemans 1-0. I was like, oh God, the sign of things to come. I was not looking forward to this game. That's why I purposely didn't watch it. And I think I might have been talking to one of you guys on the Discord or something at the time.
Yeah.
And someone went, it's the half-time 2-1. I was like, what?
Yeah, I was playing COD.
Like, yeah, full-time 3-1. I was like, you sure?
Yeah.
What the hell?
It was a banger.
I kept seeing my phone vibrate. I was like, I don't even want to look at it, man. I don't want to put myself in a bad mood. And then, yeah, I was very happy with it, to be honest. Yes, I didn't think it was a massively convincing performance by Leicester. I think their injury list is racking up at the moment.
Yeah.
It's bad. I kind of feel bad for them because this could be the thing that lets Leicester slip and potentially slip outside the top four. I hope not, because
they've got like 13 injuries or something. I think I saw.
Oh yeah, but it's all of their some of their best players as well.
Yeah.
So
Madison, no James Madison. That's going to be huge.
Yeah, exactly. Justin,
no Harvey Barnes.
They score like every game, I swear, as well.
Yeah.
Every game, one of them two will score every single game. So for both.
Yeah. Ricardo, I think, is out as well. But yeah, I think if I basically. Well, I personally believe that we wouldn't have won that game if they had their full squad. I think it is that injuries that helped us get those 3 points, but I'm not going to complain. 3 points is 3 points, and we definitely need it at the moment. So, yeah, I'm happy with that.
In 10th, you're only, we're
6 points off Liverpool, I think.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So you're only like...
We were 10th last.
If you win your next game, you can go up to like 8th if everything works out for you.
It's not bad for... At one point,
that's so weird. You're only 6.
Favorites.
Yeah, innit? You're only 6 points on Liverpool. You're only 4 points off us. That's how the Premier League is this year. Like,
it is a crazy year.
Yeah.
The biggest gap is between first and second, isn't it? It's the
around the whole thing. That's the only like really
sizable gap.
Fun fact: at one point in, I think it was League 2, everyone was a point behind the person but above them. So, for example, first place 50, second 49, third all the way down, just going down by 1. I was like, that's insane. But
just in case you guys were worried as well, City are now after last night mathematically safe from relegation. I know that was a big topic, and I think it was going to be a very close one this year, but they are safe now.
Well, we never want to have to get those numbers, but they matter.
I've just done this mental math while you guys were talking, and I'm looking at the table. So City are 15 points clear of Man United. Man United are only 17 points clear of us. Now that's crazy, and we're 13th and they're second.
What? How?
So
the whole of this season's been baffling.
It's nuts.
It's
West Ham are 4th. What?
That alone proves how crazy.
Oh mate, I hate it. But yeah, no, it's fair play. But West Ham, yeah, looking at the bottom three as well at the moment. We'll get on to Brighton now actually, because they lost 1-0 to West Brom, which maybe you could argue they shouldn't have. I mean, the goal that was disallowed from the free kick, but then you missed 2 penalties. So I do think that the L was deserved. Do you know what I mean? You can't miss 2 penalties in a game and be like, oh, we were unlucky. You can't. Like, we were robbed. You can't be robbed and miss 2 penalties. Like, let's get that right.
You can be frustrated, but that's only partly because you missed 2 penalties and then get fucked by the ref. But at the same time, if you did get fucked by the ref and scored both penalties, you still would have won. And probably wouldn't have complained.
What do you guys think of that free kick situation? Lee Mason, obviously,
I don't know,
blowing his whistle, letting him take it, but then blowing it before it goes in to say no. Bit of a weird one, right?
I think it just comes down to that point of who is in charge, VAR or the ref? Who makes that final call? VAR.
Did you guys see what Mark Clattenburg said the other day? No. Basically said that back in his day, obviously it was down to the ref and the ref only, and everything was down to that one person. They had so much pressure on them, there wasn't any margin for error. Now there's obviously it's down to the ref, but there's also VAR, which arguably has a bigger influence or a bigger swing on the game than the actual ref does. So all the pressure has been taken off the ref, which is leading to more and more mistakes. And I just think get rid of VAR.
I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of VAR at this point. I was really up for it, man. I really wanted it.
So was I.
Good and work.
It works well.
Because I thought it was an amazing idea. It works amazing in rugby. Like all
I was
this.
about to say, it works so well in rugby.
That's
apart from when England played against Wales.
Oh yeah, but that was
let's not talk about that. But they should do it if they are going to do it a bit more like rugby. They should use the same rules. Like, you're allowed a certain amount of challenges. You can say, okay, I want you to have a look at that, and if the ref then has a look and goes, no, sorry, I don't agree with you, then you've used one of 3 challenges or whatever that you have.
Mate, football people would straight away, challenge it, I don't
care. Challenge it. Yeah, basically. But that's the thing. It shouldn't be, because that stops. Obviously, rugby isn't necessarily as like a flowing game like football is. Obviously, there is but obviously with football, it's not meant to be a stop-start game. It's meant to be obviously continuous. It's meant to flow quite well. But I think obviously having loads and loads of stoppages every time there's a VAR or anything that pops up that might be looked at by VAR, it ruins the game. So I think obviously if they have obviously a certain amount, say 3, each team has 3 each or whatever, then fine. After that, you've used them.
So you think that's when VAR would come in, is when there's been a challenge. So VAR would then bring it and break it down and go, look, this is...
No. So VAR does its thing. I'm assuming you mean VAR does its thing normally, but each manager on the team would have 3 chances to challenge the referee or VAR's decision. Is that what you mean?
I meant more like sort of the referee would wouldn't be sure on something. You say like, oh, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% certain that that's a penalty, for instance. And then that manager or whoever can turn around and go, right, challenge it. Like I want to use 3 of my challenges throughout this game or whatever. So then they can go, right, okay, we'll have a look at it. And then you have a look at it and go, okay, that was a penalty. There we go.
Okay,
so if they don't want to challenge it, then the ref makes their decision, whatever they think. If they're not 100% confident, then they don't give it.
Yeah, no, okay, so it was sort of similar to what I was saying.
Yeah, it's very similar, but
similar, but slightly different. I like that idea. That's kind of like basketball. They have one, I think, a game. I think the ref can each coach on each team can make a challenge.
Yeah.
Of 1.5 or something like that. I can't remember. So I do like that idea. I just think that could get that could definitely make things interesting for good and for bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's going to be teething issues, that sort of thing. Obviously, it's pretty much an idea off the top of my head, and it might be better for 1 or 2 challenges, for instance, instead of 3, because then it'll be the last dying moments of the game, and one manager might have 2 challenges left, and then decides to call both of them at the most pathetic thing, and just to waste time. Yeah. So it'd have to be obviously thought out a bit more than that.
One could be quite a good idea, because then you have to tactically use it. You're gonna be like, right, is this? Oh, okay, do we want to do it now? Or is it like 1-1 or something like that? Like we got till 90 minutes. Yeah, like that could be very interesting.
Yeah.
Just anything at this point, just fucking get better. Just get better. Using
it can't be any worse than it is.
Oh man, it can't be. I just don't understand when you see them do the measurements for offside. I watch them do it, and I'm like, yeah, they're onside, offside. And I'm like, oh, okay, maybe not. So I'm not even when they do the lines, I'm like, I don't understand. They're just like that line here, do some weird thingy here, and it's like, oh, offside. And I'm like, I have no idea what just happened.
I know it doesn't like necessarily help, because I mean you'll have the same problems, but I think they should change the rule to if any part of you is onside, you're on. Not if any part of you is offside, you're off.
Right, I guess so they could have their.
But I mean, it'll be literally the same thing. But I just think favour the attackers anyway, rather than the defenders, because at the end of the day, you want to see goals, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't want to watch a boring 0-0 like Palace Fulham at the weekend.
Chelsea United.
Deadest game I've ever seen in my life, yeah, it was just like the Chelsea Man United game. That was a bit more entertaining.
Had something in it, but
like another terrible refereeing decision.
Yeah,
should have been a penalty to Man United. Like it just should have been.
What was it Luke Shaw said? He said something about he heard the referee say something about to Harry Maguire saying, if I give this penalty, like people are going to go crazy or whatever. And basically,
I'll take that with a pinch of salt, because it hasn't come from Harry Maguire's mouth.
Yeah, true.
And it's Luke Shaw, so I don't know. I don't really take that for face value. That is 100%. But I definitely think that should have been a penalty, and the ref has made a horrendous mistake not giving that.
Definitely.
It was poor, man. It was so poor. But Chelsea, United were unlucky there not to get a result.
It seems like it's becoming such a regular occurrence. Like at least once a week, once every game week, there's some sort of controversy with a referee or whatever it may be. Like minimum once a week, if not more. It's crazy at the moment.
It's mad how we have the worst refs in world football. Like none of our refs get taken to World Cups or Euros. Why do you think that is? Because they're fucking shit. It's a peak because we need them. We need them to be better. But
do you reckon we'll get VAR in Euros? Sorry.
Was it? It wasn't at the World Cup, was it? Or was it at the World Cup?
I don't remember it being at the World Cup. No.
I don't know. Let me Google.
Wait.
I think it was.
It was.
I'm fairly sure it was.
Yeah, because that's where they trialled it. They trialled it, I think, at the World Cup, which is, I think, arguably the biggest football stage in the world.
Yeah, it will be, by the way. VAR will be at Euros.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good news that Bojo's offered to host the whole thing in England.
Yes, that's gonna be mental.
I want to go see Macedonia play Poland or something. That's what I want to see.
That's what you're saying.
At
Selhurst Park. That'd be amazing.
That would be pretty cool, to be fair.
I
wouldn't mind that.
Tickets. We're definitely gonna get some weird tickets just to go watch them.
I just want to go see anything, man. If it's over here, I want to go. If we get it all over here, I don't care. I just want to go see anything, and I will pick a team and get a shirt from that team.
Get a secret shirt.
Rep.
Let them decide, maybe.
Well, maybe they haven't exactly been trying to work with us, so I ain't giving them a shout out right now.
Come on the podcast, defend yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So I guess the Chelsea Man United game, we've sort of spoken about the penalty issue. That was the main incident. Apart from that, I mean, Chelsea looking way better with Tuchel, like just bossing it up. They obviously beat Atletico in the Champions League, which wasn't a great win. They got a freak goal. Well, a freak Giroud banger, which he does score quite a few bangers, to be fair. But
only bangers.
Only bangers. He scored one. That scorpion kick against Palace still haunts me, man. So I see Palace every time. There's like the greatest goal compilation or something.
It's always against Palace.
Now Palace are always in it. That was a great goal. So Palace are always going to be a team that was scored on in that compilation. But talking about Palace, we might as well cover it really quickly. Really bad 0-0. We should have lost. Fulham were way better than us, but we're just really kind of stubborn in defence, I guess. Weirdly enough, we played the worst football I've ever seen us play in the last two games, and we've come away with 4 points. I saw a thing on 2021. We would be currently 7th if it started in 2021. But we're having a bad season. This is the most points we've ever had at this stage in the Premier League.
Ever.
Yep.
Jesus.
We're doing the best that we've ever done in the Premier League at this point. But the football and the manager is just so bad.
It's boring.
It's just, yeah, it is like, I remember the days of sitting down, like Palace would play someone and thinking, right, I'm not like thinking we're going to win, but there was always, we could definitely get a result here against any team in the league. Like we showed that we could nick a result against any team in the league. Now I go in. Yeah. Like City, we beat City at the Etihad. We beat
City, yeah.
We beat Man United at Old Trafford, second game into the season this year. Like,
that's mad.
It's just weird. Like, we just can't. I don't know. The ball's just not rolling. I think Zaha is apparently going to be like maybe on the bench for United, but definitely back for Spurs. Schlupp's back, so I'm actually really excited to see Schlupp back in the team.
Schlupp is definitely such an underrated player. He just gets injured so often.
Yeah,
so he'll like come back from injury. He'll start to get more and more minutes, and then he'll start to perform really well. Then he'll take another knock, and then it's just such a vicious cycle for you guys. He's never
so
severely injured that he's going to be out for like a whole season, but he does enough that keeps him on the sidelines for a little while. Then as soon as he actually does start to, as I say, get back into the swing of things, he takes another knock. And
it's just frustrating. For you guys. It's frustrating. I would love to see him fit for a whole season, man. He would he'd be great for us. Like,
definitely.
But yeah, I don't know. It's just Roy at the moment. He doesn't know what. I just don't think he knows what he's doing. I don't think he has any ambition, any like. He's not planning. He's not planning anything because he knows he's not going to be there.
That's what I mean. He doesn't have that same drive anymore, that same passion for it. I don't think, because he's getting to the end of his career. Yeah. I think he's probably now thinking, I probably could be let go at the end of this season. Who knows? Yeah. So he doesn't have that same motivation and passion that he used to.
After Fulham game, he said he was very pleased with how we played, and that fucked me off beyond.
I'm not surprised.
Everything. I was just sitting there like, you fucking cheeky bastard. What are you talking? Like, what are you saying, mate? Like, you saw that. That was an absolute shit show. And you're saying you're very pleased with how we played. And we got a 0-0. We played. He said he didn't bring Mateta on because Benteke was playing better defensively. This is our striker. Right, the one player should not be. I know they do play defensively, but come on, that should not be the reason you play a striker for his defensive qualities. Going against fucking Fulham,
might as well put Gary Cahill up
at home. Like, oh, bruv, I'm done. I'm past done. I respect Roy because he has done wonders for us over the years, like during his tenure at Palace. But now it's getting bad. They're getting to the point now where I see him and I'm like, oh, God, I actually get angry, like looking at him. Do you know one of them ones where you're like, you start to feel the blood boil.
You have to change the TV channel.
Honestly, bro, I'm like, I'll take the camera off, Roy. And Ray Lewington as well, our assistant head coach, he pisses me off as well.
We have Evelyn saying Gary Cahill top 5, prove me wrong.
I mean, he is amazing. Let's not get that twisted. When you see a player with two like bits of tissue off his nose from a bloody nose, that's a warrior, mate. That's
fair enough.
That's why I love Gary Cahill. Reminds me of the old Palace back when we used to have like some grit about us.
Spunk.
That's it, mate. But yeah, you know what? We'll be fine. We're not going to go down, even though I go up and down on that every week. Next week I'll probably be saying we are because we've got United and then Spurs. So yeah, I probably will be saying
tough fixtures.
Yeah, but luckily everyone below us has really tough fixtures as well. So
quite glad that a lot of our rough run of games was at the beginning of the season, so we've had the rest of the season to recover. I think that is such a key part of someone's or like a team's season. If they're in a good place, but then towards the back end of the season, but then their tough part of the season isn't till the end of the season, like they haven't got a hard run of games or whatever. So I could literally take them from top 4 to just about top 10 or whatever. It's crazy. But
we got United last day. We got Liverpool last day of the season.
Yeah.
Which is going to be a bit of a bastard, but hopefully we should be all sorted by then. Hopefully, but
when is that? Is there a date on that?
Well, last game of the season, man. I don't know. May?
It is on 23rd of May at 4 o'clock.
Oh, no.
Well, all the games are at 4 o'clock on 23rd of May.
Do we know what the lockdown restrictions are when it's May, or is that just?
Well, April 12th is when everything goes back to normal. It goes 8. So I guess.
Well, pretty much everything goes back to normal in April. I think.
Well, yeah, true.
It's not.
I don't think
there's no legal limits on social distancing from the 21st of June. So about a month after this.
Yeah, football won't be back.
I was just gonna say, just go to the pub and watch it. But
yeah, you can. Pubs will be open by mid-April.
But we won't be going into football stadiums till next season.
Yeah. Yeah, all the last games are happening at 4:00 on the 23rd of May. So 4:00? Because normally they're all at 3, aren't they?
Yeah. Don't know. Maybe they're doing something different this year because they're all going to be on TV.
Potentially.
Unless it's because they've said they're televising every game, right?
Unless it's because of the daylight savings at the end of this month.
You know the daylight saving.
That's literally, I never ever have a clue. And funnily enough, today I looked at our calendar, which I haven't actually looked at for the last year because I barely left the house. And I saw the daylight savings thing. I was clocks are changing.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully we'll have the Euros 20 then to look forward to.
Definitely,
man. I think that's going to go ahead regardless, right? Because we need that. We need that. We need to do our Euro squad selection.
Yeah. Do a little draft.
We'll do that soon before the end of the season. We'll do that. Yeah. But yeah, we've spoken about football. Should we get into the main topic of the podcast? We're doing our top 10 Premier League defenders of all time. There's various criteria for the list. How much you've won, what kind of player you are, the teams it all comes into it. It's not just like one thing we focus on. Team bias.
Welcome.
Team bias. I need to change up my team.
That's it. For people that don't know, fan bias is welcome in this safe place.
Promoted, really.
That is the Footy Fetish. Exactly. Exactly. So yeah, should we get straight into it? I'll just go with my first one, number 10. We'll go number 10 up. We'll do our number 10s, number 9s, number 8s. You know how it works. Mine's Patrice Evra, Man United. I've gone for it because I don't think he gets talked about enough of how actually good he was. I was watching some highlights of him the other day and I was thinking, man, he was like the left back you see nowadays before it was that. He was so good going forward and at the back. He was just wicked. And he won 5 Premier Leagues with that Man United team. I had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Obviously with France, I don't think he won. He might have won the Euros with France. Obviously he didn't win the World Cup with France, I don't think. But yeah, just a great player and was obviously part of that Man United team. The 08-09 team, which I think is like my favorite Man United team. That team was insane.
Yeah.
And yeah, he's just a quality player. A bit of a weird guy in real life.
I was just about to say on social media,
player.
He's an odd guy, man.
He's an odd guy, but I'm not going to judge him personally. I'm just
the video of him licking and
the chicken,
like the raw chicken or whatever.
Yeah.
Such an odd guy. I love this game.
But yeah, quality weird guy, quality footballer. But so he's at my number 10.
Nice.
Mark, who have you got at your number 10, man?
I'm gonna kick up a little storm straight off the bat. Right.
I think I know who it is already.
It's gonna be Trent Alexander Arnold.
Oh.
What? Okay.
I knew it was a Liverpool player, but I didn't think it was him.
I didn't think it was gonna be Trent.
So I was like, because I really like watching Trent play. Yeah, he's had an iffy, couple months.
Season.
Yeah.
But let's not. So don't forget.
When we say best defenders, do you mean in terms of their actual defending, or in terms of
position, where they play on the pitch?
Yeah, if it was actual defensive abilities,
he doesn't get anywhere near the top 100.
He'd be more on the attacking side. Let's be honest. But I've written down reasoning behind this because I knew it'd be like. What?
I'm happy you have because
thanks. So let's start with the Ballon d'Or, shall we?
He hasn't won it.
No, but still placed 19th. In a shortlist Ballon d'Or, and I think that you get respect for that. And he was in the list for players number 1 pick as well. He was there, and I'm talking alongside the Ronaldos, the Messi.
Right,
but no one won Ballon d'Or that year.
Yeah. No, it was Messi.
Lewandowski's win?
No.
His unofficial win.
This is before that one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, this is when.
So not from last season. The season.
That's a
before.
mad one. I can't lie. That's a mad one. But
I think he was only 21 years old as well. So he might be one of the youngest people to have been nominated, or not nominated, or appear on the list.
Yeah, maybe.
I think. And at that
I mean,
age,
Michael Owen won it, right?
Yeah.
At like 18 or 19,
did
right?
it? Oh, in a while. I didn't do too much work into reasoning, and also at the prime age of 20 to 22, he's got a Premier League title, Club World Cup title, Champions League winner, and a Super Cup as well.
Yeah, let's
That's
ignore
not
the Club
bad.
World Cup because the Club World Cup's
Win's
not
a win.
important.
What's the big reason why he's in this? What's the main reason why he's in this?
Because all 10 of his defenders are actually Liverpool players from across the years.
Number one, Nat
Begins
Phillips.
with a B. No, I rate it. I like it. I like it.
Yeah,
I mean, I wouldn't do it, but I like it. Yeah, fair enough. Trent. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. Are you just sort of? I just wasn't expecting it. Trent Alexander Arnold, the 10th best defender, Premier League defender of all time. Ollie, what you got, mate?
I was very tempted to. Well, I was either not going to put this person in my team at all, or they were going to be higher up the list. And I kind of thought, I'll go for some middle ground. I'll put them on the list, but I'll put them 10th because it's more about the era that they played in. I was alive. I watched football probably, but I was very young.
Yeah.
I went for Tony Adams at number 10.
Fair.
He's too good to not put in the top 10, but at the same time, I can't remember a whole lot about watching him, obviously because I was so young at the time anyway. But yeah, he's beast.
I'll put a quick honorable mention of Tony Adams because he's not in my top 10, only because I genuinely don't ever remember watching him play. So I didn't want to put him in here. But I did that with my goalies list, and I didn't want to. And then realized, looking back on that, I didn't want to do it that way. So I sort of regret doing it in my goalie list. So I'm gonna not do it in this.
That's why he's basically him and one other person. I've they were funny enough 10th and 9th players that I vaguely remember playing, but because I was so young, I can't confidently say I watched them all the time. But Tony Adams. He was a beast.
He was a beast. He was a beast. A great captain, one of the best captains in the Premier League as well.
Yeah, definitely. He's got League Cup under his belt, 3 FA Cups, UEFA Cup, Winners' Cup, whatever that is. Premier League twice, the FA Community Shield twice. Yeah, he was an absolute beast.
No, he was quality. But yeah, no, absolute legend and coming in at 10th. I rate it. So my 9th is Big Virgil van Dijk. I wasn't sure about putting him on here. He definitely wouldn't have been if I'd had like the likes of Tony Adams, and I'll put another one. Lee Dixon's not on here for me. These kind of players, like if I put them in, he would not be in this list. But I do genuinely think out of all the players I have on this list, he is the best footballer out of them all. He's the best player. I know he only has one Premier League and a Champions League to his name at the moment, but he is. But he's quality, and you can see how big of a player he is. That like Liverpool run on him.
Oh yeah, when he went out,
it's mad how they've just
so much. It has a ripple effect.
Yeah, like if we're a one-man team with Zaha, Liverpool a one-man team with Van Dijk, because this team has fallen apart. I know you have like obviously. The surrounding cast is a lot better than our surrounding cast, but yeah, it just seems to. I don't know. Maybe they just have that mental block with Virgil not in there. Maybe it's something like that.
There's a fragility at the back line that.
Well, I mean, they also can't play the kind of football that they want to play. They have to drop Henderson back there. They don't have the confidence in the back line where they can be as expressive up front and be like, okay, we've got Gomez and Van Dijk back there who can mop up. Maybe that's playing on players' minds. Maybe in the back of their mind, they're like, I don't want to go that extra step because they're like, back on the defensive side of the ball. Who knows? But yeah, Van Dijk is number 9. I actually think when everything's said and done, if he stays at Liverpool, he'll probably be number 1. But Mark, who's your number 9, man?
Van Dijk as well.
Yeah,
number 9.
You'd have said I would have let you go on about him.
No, that's fine. I mean, I love the guy. Let's be honest. He came in at a time where we were just. Well, not doing terribly, but we needed that defensive wall.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of the time, even I was apprehensive, like, what was it, like 70 mil for him? And I was like, for a defender, that's It's quite a lot. He better be worth it. Oh my god.
Oh, I mean, he was a baller at Southampton, to be fair.
Yeah. He was good. He was good. But then obviously he's coming in for 70 million. That's a big chunk of money, mate. You got to really step up. Big chunk of money for a defender. So you've really got to
definitely
make sure you're worth it.
Most expensive at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah. Then it was Harry Maguire.
Lol.
But nah. He's really he's soared through. If he gets resold, he's a world-class defender. Anyone world-class can go into any team, and Van Dijk's one of them. He's probably the most. If you're gonna want to make an impact to your team, you bring in Van Dijk because he's super impactful, consistent, and he was also nearly won the Ballon d'Or as well.
Oh god, you and your bloody Ballon d'Ors. People that haven't won the Ballon d'Or.
My predictions are right so far. There are Liverpool players going up the list at the moment.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, no, your guy Verge. I hope he gets back soon. To be fair, it's way more fun having him in the league than not having him in the league. I give him a tough time, but that's just for banter. But yeah, so have you got anything more to say? You want to say about the big man?
Stay big.
No, stay big. Ollie, who have you got at number 9, man?
I have the unit that was Yap Stam.
Nice.
He
big
was,
Yap.
Yeah, again, that's what I mentioned obviously earlier. My 10th and 9th positions are players that I don't remember massively well, but obviously from actually watching them back in the day, but they were, he was an absolute unit. He was such a beast. Obviously, he was quite. Obviously, had won a fair few trophies at United as well. In the
3 years at United, that's it.
Yeah, he was only there for 3 years, and he won a fair few. He won the Premier League all 3 times. The FA Cup, he won the Champions League, and he won the Intercontinental Cup. So for the 3 years there,
great 3 years.
Yeah, not bad at all. You just look at him. You look at him and then you go, "Oh, I'm gonna have the ball back. I'm sorry." He was a very intimidating guy. So Yap Stam, he was a unit and a beast.
Definitely, yeah, one of the more physically intimidating players I've ever been in the Premier League, basically. Yeah. But I do like that a lot. He was a baller, but wasn't in there for long. He hasn't made my list because he's not. I don't really remember him that well, and he wasn't in for as long as I thought it would be. But
not in mine either.
My number 8 is actually a player I remember how much I used to really love watching this player, but I forgot about him for time. And then coming back doing this list, looking at videos and stuff like that, my love for this man has been reignited, and it's Ricardo Carvalho.
Oh mate,
he was so good and such a cool fucking guy, man. He was sick. I just think I have really good fond memories of that original Mourinho Chelsea team. The first time around, because my granddad's a big Chelsea fan, so I have good memories of that time and stuff like that. And the man was just a baller, man. Unbelievable. And back there with John Terry, obviously, big JT. But
he's slightly higher on my list.
Nice. Yeah, the only reason I wanted to put him higher, but then I look at the people above him and I'm like, oh damn it.
That's fine though. It'd be boring if we had the same bloody list.
That's true. He won obviously 3 Premier Leagues. Was he there for the Champions League win in 20?
No, he won 3 Premier Leagues, 2 League Cups, 2 FA Community Shields.
Yeah, and obviously he was part of that Mourinho team that had the best defense ever in
13
history.
13 goals all season.
Exactly. Goals, it was just one of the footballers of my youth, Premier League of my youth. Looking back on it, he's a player that sticks in my mind as one of the Premier League dons back then. But Ricardo Carvalho, I wish I could have had him higher, but you'll see why I don't basically. But Mark, who have you got 8th?
Colo Torre.
Oh,
The reason I've put some reasons down. It goes Colo Torre.
Nice.
Obviously, he under his belt he's got FA Cup twice, FA Shield twice, and the Premier League twice.
Yeah, man.
And if I'm right, he is also a former Liverpool player as well.
He play for the Celtic as well.
So
he was definitely on the management
Premier League
side of things with Celtic.
Arsenal 2002-2009, City 2009-2013, and Liverpool 2013 to 2016. Not a bad little career, that.
No, good player.
Well, maybe the City came up with City when they were really kicking shit into the gear, and then jumped to Liverpool, which is probably a bad shout, but at the time, but still. No, I do remember him, obviously, because this wasn't even that long ago. It was only like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
5 years ago? Yeah, five years ago. And the chant was just legendary. It's just the best. And then he switched to the old Yaya. I remember that in college, just shouting that in college.
Yeah, that was peak
Yaya
times.
Peak college as well, peak college times. But yeah, that's my number 8.
I like it.
My number 8, we've already mentioned him, Big Verge.
Hey.
I basically echo what you guys have said. He's unbelievable, as much as it pains me to say. But yeah, no, he's a great player. You guys are definitely missing him this year, and I really, really hope that this isn't a consistent thing from now on. This injury hasn't done or shortened the unbelievable career that he was destined to have.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, I really do hope he does make a full recovery.
You watch him and Gomez will come back at the same time, and it'll be bliss.
I
We'll
think no one
forget
cares
about
about
Nat
Joe
Phillips.
Gomez.
Nat Phillips.
I more hate the Joe Gomez injury because he's not going to the Euros.
Yeah.
Well, I can't see how he gets in the squad. Do you know what I mean? With his injury, like if he had been fully fit, I think he's starting. But it's just peak, man. Yeah, it's just peak. The Joe Gomez thing. I wish Joe Gomez could be on this list. That'd be fun. But so yeah, Big Verge for you. We've all got Big Verge on this list. I like it.
Yeah.
So my number 7 is is Vidic. Pretty low, I thought.
That's pretty low.
It is low.
No, it is low, but is it low? So,
It is.
well, actually, because he wasn't actually the best footballer. Let's get that real. With his feet, with the ball at his feet, he wasn't the best. He was a fantastic defender and could do and like body fit. But Rio was the baller in that centre back partnership. Vidic.
Yeah.
If you put Vidic in today's game, he ain't Vidic.
Vidic is Gomez and Rio.
He ain't Vidic. Yeah. Well, yeah, I get. Okay, that's a weird one, but fine. Yeah, we'll go with it. But
Vidic is better than Gomez, obviously. But.
Yeah, but Vidic. No, I just think I really like when you see. The thing is, like, it sounds bad now, but when you see the names above, you'll be like, oh, okay, like fair. But obviously, he won the Premier League 5 times. Was part of the Man United team that won it 3 times in a. Did he win it? They won it 3 in a row. Yeah, 3 Premier Leagues in a row, didn't they?
What, United?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think with Vidic, obviously, he won the Champions League. The ones and the like 3 League Cups, whatever. But yeah, I think he's obviously fantastic. To get into this list, you have to be a fantastic footballer, right? But yeah, I just think with all things considered about how he actually wasn't that great with the ball and that kind of thing, I can't take away that he obviously was a great defender and defending the ball and was so physically imposing. And him and Ferdinand is probably one of the best centre-back partnerships of all time. I lean on Rio more on that than Vidic. But yeah, so he's number 7. But you guys, I'm sure you guys have him higher. But I'm probably going to get some shit for that in comments. But I think it's just.
So I'm getting shit for putting Colo Dore on. I think I'm still here wondering how Colo has made one of these lists.
I wonder the same thing, but I'm just going with you, Mark. I'm not trying to hate today. Trying to be nice.
Still done stuff.
Positive vibes only.
Positive vibes only. Yeah. What are we on? Number 7 now, yeah?
Bit of a howler, but positive vibes only.
My number 7, we have spoken about him.
Carvalho.
Carvalho.
Carvalho. Is it Carvalho?
I need you to start introducing these players more. Not me, because it's an absolute treat to have you pronounce
it.
I went through every single transfer, and it was.
Oh yeah, it was hilarious.
It was so good.
I mean, I was listening to that.
There wasn't even many English names.
Me and Harry were just creasing the whole time.
Yeah, you might have to take over as host permanently now, mate.
Just need to wait, but like Mark, right? I'm going to text you the name with the person. Just have a segment of me just trying to say names, just new footballers I just don't know. Like, God. Anyway, yeah. No, we've already spoken about him. I do sort of remember him. I definitely was watching some highlights on my lunch today and was thinking, fair play. But yeah, 3 Premier Leagues, 2 League Cups, and 2 Shields. I think in this list, I think it's hard to forget that 3 Premier League titles and 2 League Cups and 2 Shields. That's still like a bit silverware. No.
And he was a nutter. He was an absolute nutcase. Loved him. Loved him. There's something about Naughty's Premier League Portuguese players.
Oh mate, unbelievable.
Carvalho, Ronaldo, Nani, Raul Meireles. I loved Raul Meireles when he played for Chelsea and Liverpool. Alex was Brazilian. Sorry.
Pepe Reina, was he?
No,
Portuguese?
he's Spanish.
Oh.
If you're watching the stream, we're streaming on Twitch. If you're watching, feel free just to give us.
What's his name?
Shout.
Paulo Ferreira. Remember Paulo?
He was at Chelsea for the longest time.
Oh mate, there was some Portuguese players in the noughties in the Premier League.
To be fair,
they're good now.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you think about them now, they're not doing badly. They're all playing.
Underrated footballing country, Portugal, definitely.
Really underrated?
I think they're underrated. If you look at back historically, how many how many
won the
balls
Euros,
they've actually had. Yeah, that's all they've done though. They won the Euros with Ronaldo back in 2006, I want to say. The final was against Greece. No, that was when they lost.
They won the Euros.
They lost the
last Euros. They won it.
They won the last Euros.
Yeah.
I remember them winning something.
2016.
No, I got it wrong. I remember watching. They lost to Greece in the 2006 or something like that. The Euro final. That was a mad game.
It would have been 2008, I think, because 2006 was a World Cup year.
Okay, 2008 then. Yeah. I remember that well. That Euros was sick. But yeah, we once again, as we usually do in this podcast, we've sidetracked, but we're bringing it back on.
If we didn't, this podcast would probably be over in about half an hour.
Definitely.
So,
but we've had Ollie, you're up next, right?
Yeah, same as Mark. Ricardo Carvalho, he was
cool.
a G. He was
a
G. He was a beast, mate. He was. I've not really much else to say, really.
It's
you guys
hard when
really.
If me and Alf say one, and then you come in and you're like, there's nothing really more I can say on that.
Yeah, I can't really add too much more. I just agree with everything that you guys have said. Really, he was a unit, and he was. I remember him looking like he had that look in his eye, which was a little bit like he was
unhinged.
Yeah, that's the word. I was trying to think, I couldn't think of the word that wasn't going to be quite rude.
A bit unhinged. Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. So looking at my number 6, my number 6 probably should have been number 7, and my number 7 then Vidic probably should have been number 6. But I'm sticking with it. Sol Campbell.
Oh,
Sol Campbell. What a baller he was. So I don't remember I think I must remember literally probably the last season of his Tottenham career, because I do remember him for Arsenal and Portsmouth were my two Sol Campbell eras, as you can say. And Arsenal, I do remember but that Portsmouth was it for me, man. I remember him at that Portsmouth team under Harry Redknapp with Nico Cranshaw, Sol Campbell, Pedro Mendes. I think Defoe was there at the time. Just unreal. I mean, Sol Campbell, it was that slide tackle as well, that famous slide tackle where it just goes on forever. 2 Premier Leagues. I just think he was great. I mean, looking back on it, probably should have put him below Vidic. I probably will just switch that around. But Sol Campbell, baller. I don't know if you guys have got him in your lists, but
we do. I do, but
you do. So I don't have too much to say on Sol Campbell apart from that he's in it mainly because of my biased love for the Portsmouth days of those. So take it as you will. But Mark, who have you got next?
Vincent Kompany.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, nice. No, I think an absolute rock for City and probably their first legend. Really?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe Richard Dunn.
Maybe, yeah. He's got the FA Cup twice, Premier League 4 times, 2 FA Shields, and 4 League Cups. So, I mean,
and amazing guy as well. Such a nice guy.
And he pinged some absolute crazy shot against.
That was his last game, I think.
Was it against Liverpool?
His last ever game. That was an absolute rocket. He could not have hit that any better. And it was literally the fairy tale ending to his City career. That was perfect in every way.
Shout out to Day and Night Games in the chat for pointing out Ferreira when I nearly didn't have it. I appreciate you. Just thought I'd say that real quick. But Vincent Kompany, I love that. That's a great pick. He is on this list for me, but I'll talk about him a bit more when it comes down to mine. But fantastic player, man. Baller, Belgian baller. But Ollie, who have you got for your number 6, mate?
The big man, Vincent Kompany.
He's my number 5. So he's my number 5. Absolutely, Ollie, go ahead, man. Take it away.
Yeah, he was just an absolute unit. The size of that head was it was never Any time the ball was coming into the box, no one was ever going to get to it but Vincent Kompany, whether it be him nodding it into the goal or nodding it away, actually defending. He was an absolute beast. He was a unit. Like you said, he was arguably City's first, well, in the modern era of Man City, he is their first legend. And now he's I'm not sure if he's still there, but he was at Anderlecht as well. Big up my
player manager, right?
You got your secret shirt. I was
going to say, right here, hanging right here. So
there we go. Anderlecht.
One thing that I didn't notice last time is that at the bottom, on the back, it says "We are Anderlecht." It's like on the back bit.
Inside, that's it.
Which is quite cool. I like that. And then there was also obviously a little sponsor on the back, but yeah,
nice.
Big up the big man Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, love it. So yeah, my fifth Vincent Kompany. I just echo what you guys said basically. Fantastic player. I hope he comes through as a manager as well. I know it was a bit up and down at Anderlecht, but I think unbelievable player. So my top 5, just on the fringes. But yeah, that's all I really got to say. Mark, who's your number 5?
Mine probably a little bit of bias in just how much I love him as a presenter and as a player was Jamie Carragher.
Fair. He didn't even get on my list, but
yeah, I was going to say didn't make it on mine.
You guys said a couple of people I completely forgot about, so I was like, I need to redo this list out of personal hate for myself and not remembering him. But yeah, no, I definitely remember Jamie Carragher when I was writing the list out. He was one of the first names I put down.
Spits on children.
Spits on children. And that's why I love him.
Classic stuff.
Yeah, that's what I like. Okay, fair enough.
Proper Liverpool fan.
Proper Scouser.
92, 93 League Cup, FA Cup 3 times, 93 to 94 UEFA Cup winner, and FA Shield twice as well. So he's actually got some silverware to go over, and I believe
He must have been part of that Champions League squad.
League, yeah, the road to Istanbul, yeah, must have been. Yeah.
Was he a one club man?
What do you mean?
Was he only ever at Liverpool?
Yeah, I think he was, right? As far as my knowledge was, he was, but I don't know.
I'm not sure if he was ever somewhere like youth teams or whatever, other teams, and then senior career from Liverpool onwards. But he's not on my list, but
fair play, mate. Fair play.
Yeah, no, I really like him, and I also love that he does the commentating now on football, and there's a petition to get him and Gary Neville to comment on
I was just thinking about that.
FIFA games.
That'd be cool.
Which is just going to be brilliant if that happens. They've got to have that happen. But yeah,
I've been having to think about what I was thinking about that whole commentary thing on games. I really would like it if they did, instead of having like actual commentators, the set, Martin Tyler, whatever. If they had just 2 fans, one of the home team, one of the away team, do the commentary.
It's been the whole time arguing.
I think it would be cool. I think it'd be sick. Like, obviously, they have to know their stuff. They have to be proper, but they get more passionate, that kind of thing. That would just be well fun to hear. But yeah, that's never going to happen, is it?
I think if they're going to do something like that, they should have one player from each team, one fan from each team,
and a neutral.
And a neutral, a mediator. Yeah. So
I could go for that as well.
Yeah, sure. It's not so like
someone to keep the peace.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm with you for that. That'd be cool. No, but I just think that could be a better idea than these, old guys sitting up in the booth chatting shit. But yeah, so what was that? Number
5, Jamie Carragher.
Number 5, Jamie Carragher, OG. Who's your number 5?
So this one I was very torn about whether to include him in my list at all, but then he ended up at number 5.
And he made it at number 5.
Exactly. Ashley Cole.
Fair.
He was, as much as I hate the fact that he obviously left Arsenal, went to Chelsea, and arguably had a better career there, but
definitely did.
Arguably, right. I need to make myself feel better about this.
Yeah, no, you do your thing.
But yeah, no, he was a very, very solid player. He was, other than the fact that he cheated on Cheryl Cole, which I'm still forgiving him for as well. Ashley Cole, he was. There's always going to be a small part of me that has a soft spot for him because he was a legend of the game, obviously for England, as well as obviously his Premier League career. yeah, Ashley Cole's got to be up there for me. Really, he's such a staple. He was a staple in that Chelsea team. So, yeah.
No, I don't blame you because my number 4 is Ashley Cole. Yeah, I was always going to have him in this list. I just didn't know if I was going to have him top 3 or not. Obviously, when he was playing left back, he was the best left back in the world.
Yeah.
Let's not get it twisted. He wasn't the most amazing going forward. Like, he only had a few goals here and there, I think. But defensively, man, he was just outstanding. And just the whole time when he was at Arsenal and his Chelsea career, he was just the best left back in the world. Won so much with both teams. Also played for Palace for a season.
He did.
So, it was on loan from Arsenal to Palace for a season.
Yeah.
I like him. But yeah, apart from that, just an absolute baller. Questionable person in real life, but like I said with Patrice Evra, I'm not here to judge personally. I'm here to judge football. And Cheryl Cole's a bit overrated as well to me, so you never know. But
she is now, but back in the day, she was top tier.
Yeah, that's true. But Mark, who have you got number 4?
Sol Campbell.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so obviously we did speak about him a little bit before. I wrote down a couple just to what he's sort of won. 98-99 League Cup, 2 Premier League titles, 3 FA Cup and 1 FA Shield. Again, that's decent in the grand scheme of things. Not a lot of people win that much, and I just remember you hear Sol Campbell, and I just remember the name very quickly.
Yeah.
So he's a very iconic player.
I remember him being a beast.
Yeah. But I mean, we've spoken about him already. I don't really have much to add on that.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, this is where we get with these. When we get towards the end, it's like, okay, one of us is gonna,
But the goalkeeper situation again, where
exactly.
I might just have to change my list just for to make the next one a little bit more interesting.
I think the midfield one's going to be a lot. Midfield and strikers and that's going to be a bit mad, I think. Yeah. But Ollie, number 4, mate.
Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell.
So I'll say I might need to change my list, but no, Sol Campbell, legend of the game. Again, he was a beast, and he was at Tottenham for 9 years. He was at Tottenham. He was only at Arsenal between 2001, 2006, and then again at 2010. But I don't remember. Because in that sort of era of me, predominantly watching football, he was Arsenal. I didn't really watch football when he was a Tottenham player, so I always think of him as such a prominent Arsenal figure. I never really think about his Tottenham career, even though he was there for longer. But yeah, he was a beast, a G.
I'm with you. Sorry, I'm just Googling something because why is one place giving me... Okay, don't worry. Okay, so I need to change it slightly. He's still going to be my number 3, but change that slightly. Transfer market's giving me some bullshit.
Quick changes to the list, let's see.
Yeah, no. So my number 3 is Gary Neville. You might be like, what the fuck? But
didn't make it on my list.
eight Premier League wins.
Wow, okay. 2
Champions Leagues. There's an absolute beast. Obviously won countless fucking, I think he won, so 3 FA Cups, 4 FA Cups, 3 league titles, 7 English Super Cup wins, whatever. On Transfer Market, it says 12 Premier Leagues. I don't think that's necessarily true, but I Googled it, said 8, but 2 Champions League. And like, I know he wasn't the most flashy player or whatever, but the dude was like rock solid. One of the best right backs, just a absolute workhorse of a player. Loved the club he was at. Was obviously a one club man with Man United. That goes a long way in my book. A baller, mate. I know he gets a lot. He wasn't the most fancy, like I was saying, most fancy player on the ball. He wasn't gonna like wow you or anything. But I get he was one of the first names on that team sheet for Fergie, during Neville's career. I guarantee you that. And I mean, like you said, an amazing pundit with Gary with Jamie Carragher. I love him. I love him with
that little combo is pretty.
Yeah, he's had some absolute amazing one-liners. Yeah. But no, I actually do think Gary Neville, in a weird way, is underrated. Obviously, I put him at 3rd on my list, and I think just a quality right back and Premier League servant.
Fair. No, he definitely went under my radar. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be completely honest with you, Gary Neville.
It's the Premier League's just win. It's the Premier League titles as well that put it over.
Yeah, that's mad.
If it's 8 or 12, either one is fucking impressive.
Even one's insane.
It might be 8 Premier Leagues, 4 first divisions, or whatever it may be.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
Actually, I think that. So
It
I
might
think
be
it's
to do with that.
12 like top division trophies.
Top
Yeah,
five.
yeah.
So yeah,
Across
12
first division and Premier League.
Exactly. So yeah, that's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah. But that's what you kind of think. He was also, like you say, he was a one club man, and over a period where United were very, very, very successful,
Dominant.
Exactly, they were.
He was in that team.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So it's for him to have won all of that makes sense.
Yeah,
it's not a big surprise, but yeah.
Mark, who have you got, man? I'm assuming neither of you have Gary Neville.
No, he's not in my top 10.
Okay.
Honourable mention, but no.
What are we on? Where are we at? Number what one?
3, aren't we?
Top 3 now, baby.
I think the top 2 are going to be
just which way you've got them round.
Yeah, basically. I think we're going to have the
2, 3,
same 2
1.
people.
For some reason, I didn't go 3, 2, 1. For some reason, I wrote 2, 3, 1. I don't really know what went well in my head. Number 3, Vidic.
Wow, very high.
I just think as well.
My 7. That makes my 7 look a bit mad.
It's just I remember when Van Dijk was doing like amazing. Everyone comparing him to Vidic. At that point.
Yeah.
The world's best centre back being compared to Vidic, obviously that has to speak to his name as well. Obviously, he was part of quite a good Man United team at the time. League Cup 3 times, Premier League 5 times, FA Shield 5 times, Champions League Cup, FIFA Club World Cup. That's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of things to win as well. And when you do things like hardcore centre backs or defenders, a lot of people are probably going to think of Vidic as well, that he's up there. So yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And he looks like a mean motherfucker as well. He does.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
No, my thing was just that I think he's overrated as a footballer with the actual ball at his feet and playing football. He's heavily overrated, I think. But that's only why I had him so low. That's just personal bias type thing, isn't it?
Standard.
But yeah, Ollie, Vidic.
Yeah, funnily enough.
Cool. Nice.
Yeah, not really much else to say. He was a beast. Like, to be fair, I've said that about literally every single person on my list because they all were. If they're going to be in the top 10, they're all beastly. So
exactly.
Trent's a beast.
That's a howler. I was
my top 10.
I was so nice about that at the beginning. That's such a fucking howler, man.
It is.
That's unreal.
I knew it would.
That's
and so
another
is Colo
Castagna.
Touré as well. I think Colo Touré is a bit of a howler.
That's another Castagna comment, and City finishing 7th.
We had a day-night game, say 12, including as a coach at United.
Oh, okay.
Fair. That makes him even go up a little bit more in my books.
That's
as
it.
Well.
That's it, mate. Yeah, it's fantastic. So, yeah, I'm sticking by it. Gary Neville, top 3 defender of Premier League all time. Number 2. Keep your wife safe at home because it's big JT, John Terry. He's coming in. Hopefully, future Crystal Palace manager. But yeah, big JT. He's I mean, as you can say what you like about him off the field. He's done some pretty dickhead stuff, and who hasn't? But I mean, he did some really bad stuff. To be fair,
different levels,
more than your average guy. But his footballing ability, bro. He's one of the best, not only the best Premier League centre backs of all time, but just one of the best centre backs of all time.
But he's not the best on your list.
No.
All right, fair enough.
Because the one ahead of him is might be the best centre back. Well, up there with the Maldinis and that kind of lot, right? So John Terry, John Terry, JT, Chelsea, captain of Chelsea, was the heart and soul of Chelsea along with Frank Lampard of that Mourinho team, and even after Mourinho, all the success they had with other managers, Ancelotti, Di Matteo, all these man. Won the Premier League 5 times. Obviously, got that famous Champions League win where he comes on. He didn't actually play, but he came on. Obviously, also the famous slip in the Champions League final against Man United with the penalty. But I'm not going to hold that against him too much when the rest of his career was stellar across the board. I think this, like we were saying, it's between him and Rio. The top 2 is just depending on which way you got him around.
You've ruined it now.
I think Mark's got Rio second, personally. I don't know, but I just think he's got Rio second. But yeah, for me, John Terry's number 2, sorry. Just a beast, man. Beast. Questionable guy, but beast. And I really, really hope. And he's doing a banging job with Villa as the head assistant coach or whatever. He's doing an absolute banging job. I need him at Palace. Come on, man. But Mark, who have you got number 2?
You guessed right. It is Rio.
Is that Man? You couldn't put a Man United person first, could you?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to give respect. He's got second. That's a great place to be for top 10. Second's not
Definitely.
No, definitely a great place. No, I mean, I think we've spoken a little bit about Rio along today's little session. He's just also I really do like Rio as a sort of a commentator as well, and when he does sort of analysis.
So that's where I disagree with you.
I like it. I think especially it just makes me laugh, and he does make some like outgoing comments, and they backfire massively. I mean,
I'm not the biggest Rio pundit fan, but player-wise, absolutely.
Yeah, no, player-wise, he is world class, or was world class back in the day. We have the Intertoto Cup, 6 Premier Leagues, 6. Yeah. That's insane. Well, obviously comparing to Gary Neville's 8, not so much.
12 altogether, but yeah.
12 altogether, yeah. 6 FA Shields, 3 League Cups, Champions League, and FIFA Club World Cup. Again, is there anything major that he hasn't won that I'm missing?
I don't think so.
The Emirates Cup pre-season.
Yeah, true. Europa?
I don't think so.
Yeah, well,
I would
he's
imagine
won the
whole
Champions
time,
League, so it's basically.
Yeah,
I'm fairly sure the whole time that he was at United, they would have been in the Champions League, not the Europa.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, true, fair enough. I mean, when you win that much and you do it in 5 years, I think.
What?
How long he was at?
He was at United for
12 years.
I was looking at West Ham United.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
Yeah, he's at West Ham, 95-2000, Leeds for 2 years, and then was at United for quite some time.
12
years, yeah.
Yeah, that's when he was on that stellar of a team. But no, great player, and I think obviously it's obvious who is my number 1, but we'll leave that for the final reveal.
Yep. Ollie, number 2. Which way did you go?
I've gone Big JT.
Nice.
Number 2.
Nice.
19 trophies across his career at Chelsea. Again, another one team man. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you say, very questionable off the field. Just some very mad things. But yeah, you can't question his ability on the pitch. It was ridiculous. He was always starting. No matter England team, Chelsea team, doesn't matter. Like you say about Gary Neville, John Terry and Lampard were the first 2 players that you put on the Chelsea team sheet.
Yeah.
There's not really too much else to say. He was a beast like everyone else.
I was just thinking, I wonder if Wayne Bridge looks back on it and is like, I actually ain't too bothered about it, because he did end up with Frankie from the Saturdays after leaving his missus. And that's an upgrade. That's a level up. Like, let's be real. So, fair, obviously, I'm taking the piss for all the viewers that don't get it. But I don't want to get clipped up, nothing like that. But yeah, JT. And then, obviously, my number 1 is Rio Bowler, best Premier League defender of all time. But he is. I don't really know what to say. He's like you don't really get many centre backs like Rio anymore. Like even Van Dijk. Like I don't think.
Too refined.
It's just something different, mate. There's something different about Rio. He just, it just doesn't have that. I don't know, like Van Dijk doesn't like I know he's a big guy and all that kind of thing, but he's not the most intimidating guy. I don't know.
Quite slim.
Yeah, but Rio
athletic.
was fucking scary, bro. Back in the day, like he would clatter you, mate. Clatter you, and he was so quick as well. Like, and he was just fantastic player. Can't sing his praises enough. Rio Ferdinand, not a great pundit, great football player though. Mark, JT.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna knock him down to second because I was like, we did do a lot. We did in like 20 years, and I was like, wait a minute, he was doing that for 20 years.
Yeah.
I was like, fair enough. Maybe he does deserve top spot on my list, and that's exactly what I gave him. And obviously, we've spoken quite a bit on JT, as we always would do near the end of this. So I'm just not going to say any more and just leave it to Ollie. Let Ollie get some words in.
Yeah, well, I've already mentioned John Terry, but yeah, Rio, my top man. Not really too much else to say. We've said it all, but 18 trophies. only one less than John Terry, but considering he got the majority of that for one club in the space of 12 years as opposed to 19 years with obviously John Terry and Chelsea, it's incredible player. Massive influence, I think, in the dressing room and obviously on the pitch as well as off the pitch. Obviously very, very sad to hear about what happened to his wife a couple of years ago, but obviously he's remarried and he's just had another kid with his new wife, so yeah, happy for him. He also did that boxing thing. Do you remember that? He did that small documentary thing about boxing, I think. So yeah, he's clearly a talented man all around.
Pretty good on the Big Nasty show.
Yeah. He was, yeah.
He was funny on it. So yeah.
He was, yeah. But yeah, he was exactly a man of many talents.
We have had one of our viewers give us their list. Do you want to read it out?
Oh yeah, go on. Do you want me to read it out?
So, is this in order?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go from assuming the top down. I'm assuming that is from 10 to 1.
I'd be very surprised if that first name is at the top. But yeah.
So number 10, William Gallas. Fair enough. Yeah, William Gallas. Yeah, he was a crazy motherfucker, but he also was good for Tottenham, Chelsea, and Arsenal. He went about London.
I remember watching. I think it was the first game that Arsenal played against Chelsea after he joined Arsenal, and I went to the game at the Emirates with my dad, and it finished 1-0 to Arsenal, and the boy William Gallas scored a header. I remember that very, very vividly. But yeah,
I like that. Number 9, Sol Campbell. We've already talked about Sol. Fair play, definitely in this. Patrice Evra at number 8. Number 8. Yep, dude's a baller. Tony Adams, Ollie, you like that? Number 7. Yeah, Vidic at number 6. So more on my side with the Vidic. I like that. I rate it. Zabaleta, someone that none of us had in this list. Zabaleta at 5. I think that's a bit high for Zabaleta, but fair enough. Like, it's a bit bias in there. Fair enough. If that is the case, I don't know. But we welcome bias, so if that's the case, it doesn't matter. Rio Ferdinand at 4. Bloody hell, fair enough. And then Vincent Kompany at 3. I think that's fair enough. I think you could make an argument for Kompany to be a top 3 Premier League defender of all time. I don't see why not. Ashley Cole at 2 and John Terry at 1. I like that list. A bit Zabaleta, I'm not sure about, to be fair.
Yeah.
But apart from that, the rest of it is pretty spot on. Gallas didn't even come to mind for me.
No.
Thinking about this list.
To be fair,
but fair. But I think he could have.
I had quite a lot of I had to look around on the internet and stuff like that. I was doing a bit of research, looking at people's stats and stuff like that. And there was players that were popping up in other people's lists that baffled me. There was someone that had Johnny Evans in their top 10.
Right now, of all time?
Of all time.
Jesus wept.
And I was like,
recency
you
bias.
Sure? Yeah, I was like, are you sure?
Got a couple of comments coming through.
Yeah, I was just saying, I think, saying day and night game, saying I think Ferdinand is always blessed with a better CB next to him. So sort of the counterpoint to mine, I personally think Ferdinand was always the better defender in his thing. But fair enough, that's why we like these footy discussions. Different points of view. We love it. And then, to be fair, Zabaleta would have been lower, but I whipped it up quick. No worries. Zabaleta was a great player. I don't think...
for whipping that up.
Thank you very much for putting that together for us to talk about real quick. We love that. But Zabaleta definitely can be on this list. I just think 5 might be a little bit higher. I don't see... Yeah, but him being on this list is definitely legit. Fair enough.
He's got a better argument of being on the list than Trent Alexander.
Absolutely. Maybe... Day and night games is giving you a run for your job, mate.
Wow. Well,
actually, to be fair, Mark does a lot of behind the scenes stuff, so we ain't getting rid of Mark. No, we ain't getting rid of Mark no time soon. But yeah, another one. Whereas Terry was always the leader, without him, Chelsea wouldn't have been anywhere near as much. I see your point completely. I think he was definitely the leader of that Chelsea team, leader of that back line. Obviously, Petr Cech behind him. That's not too bad. But I agree. So that concludes our Premier League top 10 list. I think it's pretty good. I think we all nearly had like a similar top 3.
It was very, very similar fairly similar across the board. And we had a lot of the same 10, but it's just a lot of different orders and stuff. So, but yeah, the top 3 were, well, the top two were definitely obviously pretty
nailed
clear.
on, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, decent.
No, fair enough. I mean, before we go, we'll do what we usually do. We'll just talk about a couple of the games coming up this weekend, see what you think. Obviously, big game this weekend's Liverpool-Chelsea. Mark, how you feeling, mate? Both teams dire need of a win. Like a win or nothing is basically for both teams.
Chelsea confirmed Thiago Silva's out. He's not playing. So
Yeah.
It looks like it's going in Liverpool's direction here. Again, I think it's too soon to say Liverpool easily going to win this.
Is that Anfield?
Yeah, okay, but still at Anfield, we haven't in recent games been the Rock. Oh, he's also good. I also had that Van Dijk down. Didn't make my list because he hasn't done enough yet, which is also
fair enough. Completely fair enough.
We all just love watching Van Dijk.
Yeah, my pick with him in there was like sort of just future involved as well.
But the Chelsea Liverpool game, I think, really could go any way depending on how Tuchel wants to play it. Really, I mean, we Liverpool don't really have much option with who we're starting, other than it's going to probably be Kabak at the back.
Yeah.
With Fabinho. Fabinho might be back as well.
I heard that. Alisson and Fabinho back, I heard.
Fabinho's back, so he'll be centre back with Kabak, most likely, and Nat Phillips will be dropped.
Yeah.
And potentially doing the old Wijnaldum, Curtis Jones, Thiago in the mid, and then the standard front three up top. There's just not really much room for flexibility at the moment with our squad.
Yeah, it's a tough one, bruv. I'm liking Chelsea. I'm sorry. Only because...
I'm not going to argue with that on that one, to be honest.
Only because of the injuries and the fact that you guys have been struggling to break down solid defensive teams, and Chelsea under Tuchel have been, antithesis of that. Like, they've been so solid at the back. They still haven't been fantastic up front, but they have been so solid at the back.
The Premier League is probably one of the most unpredictable leagues in the world.
Of course.
So
I'd be stupid to bet against Liverpool because it's Liverpool, but also I just think Chelsea maybe at this time, Chelsea could get. I think I will back Chelsea for this win, but I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be a high-scoring game either way. I think it will be a 1-0.
Yeah.
I was about to say I reckon Liverpool, maybe 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah.
And that's me hopping on them, sort of the wave of just beating Sheffield United, but then it's not really a big wave. It's more just a.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's a much needed.
A small splash.
A small splash, exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, Palace have got Man United tonight in a couple of hours, but probably going to fucking lose, aren't we?
3-0
but I mean, it's at Selhurst Park, so yeah, we're more likely to lose at the moment at Selhurst Park and then away. It's a bit weird, but I'm not looking. I don't think. Yeah, no, I think United will win that. If they don't, then Jesus wept, guys. That's bad. This weekend is a bit more interesting. Ollie, you guys have got Burnley, away at Burnley. A couple months ago, I'm saying Burnley have got a chance here, but what do you think with the form you're in now?
This is going to be one of those games that we lose for some stupid reason. I think it's a game like we should win. There was sort of how we're doing at the moment compared to sort of how Burnley are doing. But I just reckon it's going to be one of those games that we've just a solid 3 points just snatched away from us. And I think I'm not sure if we'll lose. We might do, but I don't think we're going to win it for some reason. I've just got a feeling in the back of my mind that we're not going to come out as strong as we need to. But fingers crossed I'm wrong. Hopefully we absolutely destroy them. But
I think you guys will.
Nice.
I don't think you guys will destroy them. Sorry, I think you guys will win. They looked just a mess of a team against Tottenham. Really bad. But I think you guys will definitely get a win. A shout out to Day and Night Games again for saying, back in the Palace boys. I appreciate it. Schlupp and Wilf will be back next week though. Good time coming. I don't know. He is. Okay. Well. So mate, you're gonna know exactly what I'm going through right now with this. It's emotional times, bro. But I think I agree. I don't think Schlupp or Wilf will be available tonight. I think maybe the Tottenham game. Hopefully that would be fantastic because I actually do think we could do something against Tottenham if we have them two in the team.
Hopefully you do, because we've got Tottenham the week after, and I'd love for them to be on a losing streak.
Yeah, well, Bale's come into the team and you look like a bit of a baller, so you never know. Yeah, so looking towards the weekend. So yeah, I'm backing Arsenal for that to win against Burnley. You've got Liverpool, Fulham. Mark, that's got to be a dub, right?
It's got to be a win. It's got to be
a dub.
You've got to be asking serious questions if you don't get 3 points from that game.
I've asked serious questions before that, mate.
Yeah.
It's got to be like a.
You don't need
3-0.
to. Yeah, that's going to be I think that will be a high scoring game. City, Man United. This is the big one.
Big Manchester derby.
Big Manchester derby. Probably the biggest Manchester derby for the last 5 years, maybe, with both teams like at the top like this, like first and second.
Yeah.
Got to be like the biggest, but I mean, doesn't really count for much because City won the league anyway. But
yeah, basically,
I think City are going to win this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Bruno Hernandez is going to be quiet for the whole game as well. Classic.
Yeah.
Big games.
I saw this about him not turning up in big games, so this actually is not true. He does show up in big games. He does.
Just when he doesn't, everyone's like, "Don't show up in big games, mate."
He just hasn't shown up in some big games.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's probably like you need to tweak the title.
Yeah, but no, City should win that. Even Man United do. Who cares? The league's done. If it was closer, it'd be way more interesting.
I think it's just United in general aren't turning up for the big games. I think I saw something on Instagram the other day of the fact that
they are struggling to make big chances like that.
Lost 3 and drawn 2 of.
Haven't they? They've struggled to score against any big team. This year,
I don't think they've won against any of the big teams this year.
Yeah.
I think they've drawn twice and then they've lost the rest. I don't think they've won any of the.
Well,
big
it's a
teams.
Tactic that's not doing too badly for them in the league.
Oh yeah, they're still sitting second, so it can't be that bad. But
yeah.
So it always makes you think. Like I always think, oh, the Premier League, like, look what it's like, it's so good, and then you look at the teams that are like, is it though, or is it just that like City or Liverpool are really good for a year, and the rest aren't? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. This year, I think it's a bit of an anomaly because I think nothing has happened. Nothing like this year has happened in a long time. It's not been this sort of close, other than obviously first. But even a couple of weeks ago, it wasn't that. The gap wasn't this big. So I think this whole season is a bit of an anomaly, really. I think normally it would be slightly different. There would be more teams challenging for the title, and it would be a bit of a gap between, say, the top 4 and the rest of the top 10, and then obviously the rest of the league. But I think it's just a bit of an odd year, really.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it's like I just sometimes it gets me thinking, like, is the Premier League actually shit or is it not? Like, I don't know.
No, I think obviously, like every league goes through, I think, weird years. I think obviously La Liga a couple of years ago, I think, was slacking a bit, and it was a bit odd.
I mean, even now the League is still slacking.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, but there's obviously the Farmers League. It's just a one team league.
It does make me think. I guess it is the best of what we've got, but it still doesn't feel like. It doesn't feel like we. I don't know. It just doesn't feel the same at the moment, man. It just doesn't feel the same. But then I guess that's more alluding to what you've been just talking about with this season being an anomaly. But yeah, enough of me getting deep about the Premier League. Doesn't need to be. Chelsea Everton. Another interesting one on the weekend.
Everton
Very
have been
interesting.
pulling it back.
Ancelotti against his former team, but Everton, I don't know, man.
That Richarlison goal was beautiful.
It was.
Yeah, he just skipped past.
It was, and they managed to hold on to that win, that 1-0 win against Southampton. They got the goal early, and they just held on. I mean, that's a thing Everton don't normally do. Years past, definitely not. So yeah, they obviously improving more and more as they go. It's at Stamford Bridge. Tuchel, with the way, like, I keep harping on about the defensive qualities that he's got with this Chelsea team, but it's there, and I think Chelsea will probably win that. I think Everton have got a chance, but I think I'm going to give it to Chelsea.
I reckon Chelsea would win that as well. Probably like a 2-3-1 affair, maybe.
I think, maybe like a 1-0, 2-0. I think maybe a bit closer. No, neither team are scoring crazy amount of goals at the moment.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I think maybe a 1 or 2-0 to Chelsea. But yeah, what do you guys think of that one?
No, I agree.
Yeah, I don't think Everton will be very. I don't think Everton will dominate at all. I think if anyone's going to edge it, it will be Chelsea. But I don't think it's going to be hugely one-sided to each team. Also, like one team over the other.
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one. Yeah, but it should be an interesting week regardless. The football this weekend, obviously with the United, the Manchester derby. We got Chelsea, Liverpool tomorrow. It's a good few days of football.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. This season is coming to a close. Weirdly, it doesn't. It feels like it's been long, isn't it? This year.
It's just been something to focus on.
Yeah.
During this sort of shit time, and I think it's been nice having it back, but that break was horrible.
Yeah.
Well,
what? Yeah. What the initial break we had? Sorry. Yeah. The initial break.
And I think where it's now coming round. Do you usually get this many double game weeks?
I don't know. I think they're playing game week 33 across loads of different weeks. So, tomorrow,
I did see that, actually.
Fulham are playing Tottenham, but that's get a match day 33 out of obviously 38.
Yeah, so they've.
And then the week after,
I'm with you.
City are playing Southampton on a random Wednesday, and it's the only midweek game that there is. So yeah, they're splitting some of the game weeks across different weeks for some reason. So yeah, I think obviously where teams have been impacted by COVID. Obviously, who is it?
FA Cup stuff.
Villa and City, I think, both had a couple of games in hand at one point, and I think have pretty much City have caught up now, I think. So yeah, I think it's just it's affected different teams in different ways. So I think they've had to kind of readjust the schedule where they need to. But match day 18 out of 38, Aston Villa versus Tottenham, that's being played on meant to be week 29. So
Jesus Christ, a little all over the place, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But we're getting a lot of football though. So.
I think all the games will be played. It's just obviously when they actually get played, and they've done a good job, all things considering.
That's it.
Obviously managing to keep as many games as they can still played, and yeah, fair play to them.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think it should be interesting, man. Should be interesting to see what goes on for the rest of the season. I think obviously City won. The top 4 battle is strong though. That's going to be fun to see out. The relegation battle could be pretty fun, as long as Palace aren't involved. But yeah, I think. Yeah, we're nearly there. We're nearly at the end. We nearly got the Euros coming up. We can have a fresh start next season, hopefully with fans indoors. Injuries come back. Obviously, injuries happen every season, but obviously with COVID and stuff, it has been a bit heightened. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I am looking forward to it. I've never felt like it does almost feel like I want to get the season done, but then I don't want to take. I think that's maybe because Palace aren't in such a great situation. But yeah, I'm more looking forward to this summer and next season starting.
It's this summer's really needed, especially obviously like we have said before, the Euros really coming around.
Yeah,
and it's just going to be lockdown will be lifted. We'll have so much football.
Yeah,
that hopefully we won't be able to count the games that we've missed, and it's just going to be hitting the pubs, watching like Macedonia play like Hungary or something weird like that, and just chill out for the whole day.
On the back of the Euros, Bojo's also announced that the UK and Ireland are hopefully launching their bid to host the 2030 World Cup. So hopefully that will be something to look forward to in 9 years' time.
Oh, that's good. I was wondering if stuff like this was going to happen, because obviously how the furlough scheme and COVID in general has affected the economy over here. I was wondering if Boris Johnson was going to push for something like that.
Yeah, get massive tourism.
Oh yeah, it
kind of stuff.
Pull in some tourism.
And if he wants to do it with football, I'm all here for it, Bojo.
Slightly off topic, but I have no idea when people say that the UK is in however many trillions or billions pounds worth of debt. To who?
Banks.
Yeah,
banks. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand it all, but
This is
yeah,
why I talk about sports and not real shit.
exactly. Yeah, definitely. I think that we need to get some more tourism into the country after all this is done. I don't think we should be pushing to do it too soon because I don't want the country to relapse and go back into another lockdown. I think we should just stick it out now and come out the other side of it, hopefully better. But yeah,
I think we will, man. I think we will. Well, wish positive vibes only. That's
good
what
vibes only, bro.
That's what we need.
Speaking of good vibes, I was very, very gassed that Arsenal beat Benfica in the Europa League.
Oh, yeah.
Boy. I was very worried about that, and now I'm just equally as worried about the next game, Olympiacos.
Yeah, you got some history with Olympiacos.
Yeah, but who knows? I wasn't confident
that Man United AC Milan draw is tasty. I might actually watch on Europa League.
Best league, mate. Better than Champions League.
Yeah, I might actually watch some Europa League. But anyway, on that bombshell, I would say thank you to you two for joining. Doing the podcast today. Hope Harry will be back soon. Probably be back for next week, I'm assuming. Ollie, you're more than welcome to come join us for next week.
I think Harry might have some quizzes planned.
Oh yes, he did say that. So Ollie, get your quiz hat on, mate.
That'd be good. That'd be good to live stream as well.
That would be good. I'm actually just looking at my whiteboard of ideas, my magical whiteboard of podcast. I have put for next week worst players of the year. Ooh. So I don't know. We want to do a quiz and that. Maybe we can work that in.
I'll make it. Was it top 10?
Yeah, it'd be your 10 worst players of this season.
Mark can't make the list because no Liverpool players will end up in it.
Well, there are a few maybe.
It could be. Yeah, I'm sitting there thinking.
But yeah, no, Van Dijk number one.
Yeah.
Hasn't played.
Trent second.
Yeah. It's been terrible all season. But yeah, no, yeah, it's like I was saying, thanks to it. This is what happens. We get sidetracked, and I'm trying to do the outro. I get sidetracked, and I've got to start the outro again. Right. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow us on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube. Mark, anywhere else?
All that good stuff.
How?
No, it's fine.
No. Okay.
Nailed it.
And yeah, we'll be back next week for a quiz and probably top 10 worst players of the season, just this season. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, everyone. Yeah, like and subscribe.
All of that.
Peace and love. Bye.
Bye.